Welcome, and I'd like to welcome everybody for coming out for our Operation Red Nose launch. First of all, I'd like to recognize our committee, Bobby, Ron, Dawn, Carla, and we have Colleen Smook from McCready Campground, Dave Martin, and Jesse Storm, who have also been working behind the scenes. This is the 18th year of providing safe rides in Manitoba and the 14th year of providing this service in Thompson. In 1998, 102 volunteers provided 121 rides, raising $934.19. 2011, we had 21 teams of 73 volunteers driving over 2,100 kilometers, giving 186 rides and raising $3,922.27. In our 14 years of driving, we've had over 1,400 volunteers, provided over 2,300 rides, raising over $25,000. This would not be possible without support from our volunteers, the people who call us, and the business community who fully support us. We would like to thank Dolly and Robin's Donuts for allowing us to use their premises to host our annual kickoff. At this time, I would like to ask Dolly to come forward, please. So thank you, Dolly, for having us, and we'd like to present you with a blinking red nose on behalf. Now, Troy from Robbins continued to be a strong supporter by providing additional advertising as well as giving us vouchers for our volunteers for refreshments every night. To show our appreciation, Operation Red Nose has set up an ongoing bursary called the Troy Fund to support a youth who volunteers with Operation Red Nose. And we'd like to thank Dolly and Robbins for their continued support. Okay. The community supporters who have helped us make a difference from the very first year are MPI, the RCMP, Thompson Ford, Safeway, Chicken Chef, Arctic Beverages, and Pizza Hut. All of these businesses continue to support us today. Before we even start driving, the local committee is working with our provincial sponsors. Our provincial coordinator for the 8th year is Manitoba Safety Services. They help us to take care of important things like life insurance and sponsorships so that we can work on getting the job done locally. The founding provincial sponsor is Manitoba Public Insurance. The local branch also comes out to volunteer. I would like to introduce the manager of our local MPI office, Gigi Birch.
Thanks. I want to begin by thanking everyone for being here today to kick off another great year of Operation Red Nose. All of us at Manitoba Public Insurance are proud to support this important program here in Thompson and in 9 other communities across the province. This is the 18th year Operation Red Nose has operated in Manitoba, and in that time it has evolved into a life-saving holiday tradition. Last year, almost 2,000 Manitobans volunteered to help drive home people safely from holiday festivities. In total across Manitoba, more than 3,300 rides were given to holiday revelers who chose not to drive. They chose to arrive home without putting themselves and others at significant risk, and they had that choice because of Operation Red Nose. A successful program like this can only be accomplished through strong partnerships. At MPI, we believe in working together with road safety and community groups to support programs that save lives and reduce risk on the road. I want to acknowledge all of our Operation Red Nose partners at both the community and provincial level. In particular, I want to thank Bobby and Carol of the City of Thompson for coordinating our chapter of Operation Red Nose. And I want to recognize all of the volunteers here in Thompson who drive people in their vehicles home over the holiday season. I also want to thank the RCMP for their efforts in deterring impaired driving and helping keep others safe on the road. I want to express my appreciation of Safety Services Manitoba for their continuing leadership as provincial host of Operation Red Nose. Our partners in Operation Red Nose realize that drinking and driving is the single leading cause of vehicular deaths in this province. Sadly, alcohol is involved in nearly 1/3 of all fatal motor vehicle crashes. On average, 41 people are killed on public roadways in Manitoba each year in alcohol-related collisions. Another way to put it, nearly 4 in 10 people killed on Manitoba roads die in collisions involving alcohol. These are sobering statistics. I have one thing to say to anyone in Thompson who chooses to drink this holiday season: please don't drink and drive. Don't turn a time of celebration into a time of tragedy. If you choose to drink, you have many options to get home safely. Call a cab, rely on a designated driver, phone a friend or a family member to pick you up, or you can call Operation Red Nose. We just want you to get home safely and arrive alive. Thanks.
Thank you, Gigi, for that, and we're looking forward to our MPI volunteers joining us for one of the weekends. Once again, MTS has provided cell phone service for all of our Red Nose communities. Using your MTS cell phone, all you have to do is press #nose and you'll be connected to your local Red Nose dispatch center. MTS also provides us with radios so dispatch and the teams can keep in contact with each other. Radios are also provided by Jeans Telecom from the PAW and the Thompson Citizens on Patrol program. Other provincial sponsors include the Manitoba Liquor Control Commission, Manitoba Hydro, Intact Insurance, Manitoba Lotteries, Great West Life, and City Press, who are new to the program this year. We could not continue without our local sponsors. Thompson Ford, a sponsor since year one, continues to provide vehicles for our volunteer to drive. Other organizations who volunteer to drive and provide their work vehicles are also appreciated. 10 years ago, Country Inn and Suites, now Lakeview Inn and Suites, offered us a home. That made our work so much easier with having a warm, hospitable place to gather. They also let us leave our supplies, that it makes it easy to set up each night of driving. Thank you to the Lakeview Inn and Suites for continuing to give us a place that we can call home. I'd also like to thank all of the local media for their ongoing support and continuing to advertise the program and asking people not to drink and drive. All of our volunteers must be able to pass a security clearance or a license check depending on what they are going to do. Our Red Nose application is what the RCMP use to do the checks for us. There are no costs to the volunteers, and we thank the RCMP for their ongoing support and liaising with them. Hydro has provided refreshments for the volunteers, and our local restaurants generously provide hot meals for the volunteers each night we drive. Check for the Operation Support logo. So the businesses will have that. Our restaurants, bars, and lounges support us by putting out our contact information and announce that we are available for rides. So, local restaurants. And again, we'd like to thank Arctic Signs and UCN for helping with the printing of that information. We encourage you to support those businesses who support us. Our job is much easier because of what they do for us. Individual community members also provide donations of foods and other things for us as volunteers. This year, Operation Red Nose is continuing to sell vouchers that can be purchased for $10 each or $12 for $100. And again, they make good stocking stuffers and make it easy so that you don't have to keep your donation in your pocket for your ride home. And you can contact Bobby at 204-778-8601 to order them. Red Nose will be driving for 12 nights this year. Our first night of driving is Friday, November the 30th. We will be driving every Friday and Saturday night in December, as well as December the 26th, and our last night of driving will be December 31st. Our hours of driving are typically 9 to 3. The exception is New Year's Eve, when we will have the first team on the road at 7:30 and the last team starting at 11:30. We are still teaming up with Manitoba and Wisquatam, so we will be providing services to the gates of Wisquatam. And we'd like to thank Manitoba Hydro and Sedeco for making this possible. We will also provide service to Paint Lake, but this will have to be booked in advance. I would like to recognize some of our recipients from last year, and applications for funding are available from us with a deadline of November the 23rd. We have SMD. We donated some money to the Albert Fund. For those of you who don't know, Albert Cater was a longtime volunteer, and he was constantly taking money out of his own pocket to fund little things that he found that his families and his kids needed. So we have set up a fund on his behalf. Our home Kikanaw with the Thompson Neighborhood Renewal, the Boys and Girls Club, the breakfast program from Wapanak School, the Rotary Park Development Corporation, and the Air Cadets are just some of the donations that we have given in the past. We encourage everyone to let us know when and where you are planning your celebrations. Even if you are planning a celebration in your own home, we will come and visit you. Please call Bobby at 204-778-8601 to let her know when and where your party is. Please support your community, meet new friends, and raise much-needed funds for our local youth charities. Join us at Operation Red Nose. Ron, did you? Okay. Thank you very much for coming out, and looking forward to you being volunteers for Operation Red Nose, and we're looking forward to a good season again. Thank you.